So I just want to start. I imagine you've had a chance to watch the film by now. Can you just take me through that interception you had off Kyle McCord, kind of what you saw, how the play unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of free on the play, and I was just reading out the QB's eyes. He rolled out, and I kind of saw one of the receivers from the backside was kind of running free a little bit, and I kind of was just trying to cut him off and kind of just played the QB's eyes and threw it right to me.
And, man, you've played, I believe, the second most snaps out of any safety on this team. Did you expect this much playing time coming into the year?
I wouldn't say I expected any playing time. I mean, our safety room is very talented, obviously, and we have a lot of different guys that play, and I think that's just kind of the way it's worked out so far that I've gotten that amount of reps, but I mean, I wouldn't say that I expected that.
What do you think you've shown the coaching staff to kind of get you out on the field in those situations?
I think just being dependable. I mean, obviously just knowing many different positions. I mean, and just trying to be consistent and not making mistakes. I mean, I think that can kind of earn your way onto the field.
You mentioned, knowing a lot of different positions, and safeties, they have to be so versatile in this defense. So what's it like playing safety in this Mike Tressel defense where you're lining up in the box, in the back end, in the slot, just everywhere?
I think it just kind of helps you understand the bigger picture and helps you understand what other guys are doing, and that can kind of just help you play fast and knowing where you have help, where you don't have help, stuff like that, and it just allows you to be a better player.
Do you have a preference? Like, do you prefer lining up like in the back end as a center fielder or more like in the box? Do you have a preference for that or no?
I mean, I like doing. There's pros and cons to both, but I mean, I'd say I like to be more in the back end, playing like a center field, just all off the QB's eyes, but then it's also fun sometimes getting in the box and going and hitting some people.
Is there a specific part of your game, because, like I said, you're versatile, you're everywhere, but is there a specific part of your game maybe that you pride yourself on more so than another part of your game?
I think I pride myself on just being the smartest player out on the field and just being knowledgeable of not only our defense, but then what the offense is doing, what the QB's thinking, and kind of what he's trying to do with his eyes, if he's trying to fool me, if he's just staring something down, just stuff like that.
And there's been a lot of rotation, obviously, on this defense, and week to week, too. I mean, like, 1 week you're playing 14 snaps, next week you're playing 50. I'm just curious, like, how that process works. Like, at what point in the week do you know, okay, like, I'm either going to be playing a lot or maybe I'm not going to be playing as much this week? How does that unfold?
I mean, there were some weeks where I kind of knew early in the week just based off of what the otof team did personnel-wise and stuff like that. But then there was other games where it was like we kind of went into the game not really knowing how many you would get and just kind of just go with the flow of the game. And if it's like the two guys that are out there are doing really well, it's why would you take them out? So it's like you wouldn't blame them for switching things up. And so it's just kind of going with the flow of the game sometimes.
So, if I'm not mistaken, you started your career you were recruited as an athlete, but started your career as an inside linebacker?
That is correct, yeah.
And I know you've played safety now for a few seasons, but if you can take me back to that time where you were transitioning kind of from inside linebacker to safety, just what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of somewhat of a transition, but I had been playing all different positions pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, inside linebacker I had never played before I got here. I never played in high school. I never played safety in high school. So just kind of being versatile, like you said, understanding the big picture, like really helped me in that transition.
Do you feel like your skills are best utilized as a safety? I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I played quarterback in high school, so I view safety as the quarterback of the defense. It's you run the show in the back end, you see the bigger picture. So I think I like that spot.
And the last question I have for you, man, is what do you see from C.J. Getz, a guy that's obviously been here for a while? This is really starting to pick up his pass rush, particularly. What do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy that just comes into work every single day, and that's another guy that you can just depend on. You know he's going to be in the right spot at the right time. He's going to do the right things always. I mean, and obviously it's just been showing on the field.
Appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.